He is the perfect employee. He never says no to overtime. He never complains about the workload. He is always smiling. He is the perfect friend. He will listen to your problems for hours. He will drop everything to help you move house. He will lend you money he doesn't have. He is the perfect partner. He agrees with everything you say. He never starts an argument. He puts your needs above his own every single time. On paper, he sounds like a saint. He sounds like the kind of man society tells us to be. But if you look closer, if you look into his eyes, you will see something disturbing. You will see a quiet desperation, a simmering resentment, a feeling that he has been cheated by life. He follows all the rules. He is polite. He is generous. He is nice. So why is he so unhappy? Why do his relationships fail? Why is he overlooked for promotions? And why does he often explode in sudden, terrifying bursts of anger? We have a name for this. We call it the nice guy syndrome. It is not a clinical diagnosis you will find in a medical textbook, but psychologists and therapists are seeing it more and more. It is a pattern of behavior that is ruining lives. It is a silent epidemic of men who believe that if they are just nice enough, the world will finally love them. But the world does not work that way. In fact, the world often punishes niceness. It respects strength. It rewards authenticity. And it is suspicious of anyone who smiles too much. You might be thinking, what is wrong with being nice? Isn't that what we should all strive for? But there is a difference between being good and being nice. A good person does the right thing because they have a strong moral compass. A nice person does the right thing because they are afraid of conflict. One is a virtue, the other is cowardice disguised as a virtue. In this video, we are going to tear down the mask of the nice guy. We are going to explore the psychology of agreeableness, the hidden contracts that destroy relationships, and why being harmless is actually the most dangerous thing you can be. To understand the nice guy, we have to look at how he was made. No child is born a nice guy. Children are naturally selfish, loud, and demanding. They want what they want, and they scream until they get it. This is healthy. This is survival. But something happens in childhood that breaks this spirit. Dr. Robert Glover, the author of No More Mr. Nice Guy, argues that this syndrome stems from a core belief formed early in life. The child believes that if I am good, I will be loved. If I am bad, I will be abandoned. Perhaps they had a critical father who punished any sign of aggression. Perhaps they had an emotionally volatile mother who needed to be taken care of. The child learns a survival strategy. They learn to hide their needs. They learn to suppress their anger. They become a chameleon. They become exactly who the other person wants them to be. They believe they have signed a covert contract with the universe. The contract says, I will be a good boy. I will hide my flaws. I will never upset anyone. And in return, you will give me a smooth, problem-free life. But here is the problem. The universe never signed that contract. Life is chaotic. People are selfish. Bad things happen to good people. And when the nice guy realizes this, when his girlfriend leaves him for a jerk, or his boss promotes the loud guy instead of him, the contract is broken. And that is when the nice guy becomes dangerous. He doesn't get sad, he gets resentful. He thinks, after everything I did for you, after all the sacrifices I made, this resentment builds up like pressure in a boiler. Jordan Peterson, the clinical psychologist, talks extensively about the trait of agreeableness. In the Big Five personality model, agreeableness measures your tendency to be compassionate, cooperative, and polite. High agreeableness sounds great. It makes you a good nurse. It makes you a good team player. But Peterson warns that extreme agreeableness is a pathology. If you are too agreeable, you cannot negotiate on your own behalf. You cannot say no. You cannot defend your boundaries. You end up being exploited by narcissists and psychopaths who see your kindness as weakness. And deep down, you know it. You feel the injustice, but because you are nice, you cannot express it. So you become passive-aggressive. You make snide comments. You forget to do things. You sabotage your relationships subconsciously because you are too afraid to end them consciously. This is why Jordan Peterson says, "A harmless man is not a good man. A good man is a very dangerous man who has that under voluntary control." The nice guy has castrated himself psychologically. He has thrown away his sword, and now he is surprised that he is losing the battle. Let us dissect the anatomy of this disorder. The nice guy is driven by three core fears. Fear number one, conflict. For the nice guy, an argument feels like death. The moment a voice is raised, his heart rate spikes. His body floods with cortisol. He will do anything, say anything, agree to anything, just to make the tension stop. He calls this being the bigger man. He calls this keeping the peace. But it is not peace, it is surrender. When you avoid conflict at all costs, you are lying. You are saying yes when you mean no. You are saying I'm fine when you are hurt. This dishonesty erodes trust. You think you're being nice to your partner by not arguing, but your partner feels like they're dating a ghost. They don't know who you really are because you never show them your true face. Fear number two, rejection. The nice guy needs validation like he needs oxygen. He cannot self-validate. He looks into the eyes of others to see if he exists. If someone dislikes him, it is a catastrophe. He will twist himself into a pretzel to win them over. He will abandon his own values, his own friends, and his own hobbies just to be accepted. This makes him incredibly boring. Think about the people you admire. Think about the most charismatic people in history. Did everyone like them? No. They were polarizing. They had strong opinions. They stood for something. If you stand for nothing, you fall for everything. Fear number three, his own masculinity. Many nice guys have a deep shame about being men. They have internalized the idea that male aggression, male sexuality, and male ambition are inherently toxic. They try to be the opposite of their fathers. They try to be soft. They try to be the male feminist ally. But in doing so, they repress their own life force. Carl Jung called this force the shadow. The shadow contains your darkness, yes, but it also contains your power. It contains your capacity to protect, your capacity to build, your capacity to push through obstacles. When you repress your aggression, you don't become peaceful, you become anxious. Because you know deep down that if a monster came to your door, you couldn't stop it. You're helpless, and helplessness breeds fear.
This repression also destroys their romantic lives. The nice guy approaches dating with a strategy of earning love. He thinks, if I listen to her problems, if I buy her flowers, if I solve her issues, she will have to love me. He treats relationships like a vending machine. He puts in the nice coins and he expects sex or love to fall out. This is manipulative. Women are not vending machines. They are human beings who are attracted to authenticity, confidence, and strength. When a woman senses that a man is performing niceness to get something, she feels unsafe. Her intuition screams that he is hiding something. She puts him in the friend zone, not because he is kind, but because he is weak. And then the nice guy gets angry. He goes online. He complains that women only like bad boys. He doesn't realize that the bad boy has one thing the nice guy lacks. The bad boy is honest about what he wants. The bad boy isn't afraid of rejection. The bad boy isn't trying to trick anyone. The irony is tragic. The nice guy tries so hard to be perfect that he becomes repulsive. He tries so hard to be safe that he becomes creepy. He is trapped in a prison of his own making. So how do we break out of the nice guy prison? The answer is terrifying. The answer requires you to do the one thing you have spent your entire life avoiding. You have to be disliked. You have to be willing to let people be angry at you. You have to be willing to disappoint people. You have to be willing to put your own needs first. This is not selfishness. This is self-respect. The first step is to reclaim your no. The word no is a complete sentence. You do not need to justify it. You do not need to explain it. Start small. If someone asks you for a favor you don't want to do, say no. If a barista gets your order wrong, send it back. Your heart will pound. You will feel guilty. You will expect the world to end. But watch what happens. The world does not end. The other person respects you. They might not be happy, but they will respect that you have a boundary. Boundaries are what define you. Without boundaries, you are just a shapeless blob of needs. With boundaries, you are a person. The second step is to kill the covert contracts. Stop doing things expecting a reward. If you want to do something nice for your partner, do it because it makes you happy to do it. Do it with zero expectation of return. If you can't do that, then don't do it. Be honest about your needs. If you want something, ask for it directly. I would like to go to this restaurant. I would like to have sex tonight. I need some time alone. Direct communication is masculine. It is clear. It is honest. It cuts through the fog of passive aggression. The third step is to integrate your shadow. You need to make peace with your inner monster. Jordan Peterson advises disagreeable men to become more agreeable, but he advises agreeable men to become more of a monster. Go to a boxing gym, learn a martial art, feel what it is like to be hit and to hit back. When you know that you can be dangerous, you don't need to prove it. You walk differently. You speak differently. You have a quiet confidence that comes from knowing you are not harmless. This integration makes you truly virtuous. A weak man cannot be good because he has no other option. He is only behaving because he is afraid. A strong man who chooses to be gentle, that is a good man. There is a concept in Stoicism called amor fati, love of fate. The nice guy hates fate. He wants to control everything to avoid pain. The recovered man accepts that pain is part of life. He accepts that conflict is inevitable. He steps into the chaos willingly. He realizes that his value does not come from what he does for others. It comes from who he is. When you stop trying to please everyone, a miracle happens. The wrong people leave your life, and the right people show up. The people who were using you will get angry and leave. Let them go. They were parasites. The people who respect you will stay. And for the first time, you will have relationships based on truth, not manipulation. The death of the nice guy is the birth of the real man. It is a painful process. It feels like you are killing a part of yourself. And in a way, you are. You are killing the frightened child who thought he had to perform for love. But what rises from the ashes is something far better. You become a man of integrity, a man who says what he means and means what he says,
a man who can protect the people he loves because he is no longer afraid of the world. Don't be nice, be real. Don't be harmless, be capable. Don't seek validation, seek truth. The world has enough nice people who are secretly resentful. What the world needs, what your family needs, what your partner needs, is you, the real you, the flawed, strong, dangerous, and loving you. So take off the mask, stop apologizing for your existence, and start living your own life. Now, we have talked about the psychological trap of being too nice. But what happens when you encounter someone who has the opposite problem? Someone who is not nice at all, but pretends to be. There is a dark personality type that thrives on exploiting nice guys. They are the masters of manipulation. If you want to learn how to spot them and defend yourself, click the video appearing on your screen now about Machiavellianism and the dark arts of manipulation. I will see you there.